Hello and welcome to A Week with the iPhone. An iPhone 3G. Now I don't know, a little disclaimer before I start, I don't know anything about this thing apart from what we've seen on the TV. You know, you can quickly buy things and you can find restaurants and stuff like that. This has got, let's have a look. So I'm going to video this from a point of view that most of you will be probably taking when you walk into an O2 shop and see them on display with several very eager salesmen willing to show you how they work. So I don't know much about this. It says iPhone 3G, 8 gig of internal memory, a stereo headset with a mic, dock connector to USB cable, and USB power adapter which supports UMTS HSDPA 850, 1900, 2100. Else all very good. It's got Wi-Fi, Edge, GPS and Bluetooth 2 plus EDR. So let's have a look at the actual handset itself. This is the very first time I've opened one up. So there's the iPhone. It is quite large when you compare it to other handsets I've got over here. Let me just show you. I've got over here the Sony Ericsson Xperia, and right next to it, that's the iPhone. It's a big thing. Yeah, so here's a comparison between the two. That's the Sony Ericsson Xperia X1 with its slidey out QWERTY keyboard that I'm using on a daily basis, and we've got the iPhone. Now, first thing I've noticed, it is very light, I must say. That's a very light handset. You know, during these video diary broadcasts, I'm going to be as unbiased as possible, because obviously I like Windows Mobile. It's like a Harry Hill, and it's like an episode of Harry Hill's TV Burp, isn't it? I like Windows Mobile, but I also like the styling of the iPhone. But which one will win? There's only one way to find out. Right, now the first thing we're going to do, I'm going to shut down the Xperia X1, and I'm going to start both handsets at the same time. I'm going to give you'll notice, because I've only got one hand, I'm going to give the Windows Mobile a bit of a jump start on this. So I'm going to start the Windows Mobile and I'm going to start the iPhone. There we go. So okay, we started up the Sony Ericsson first and the iPhone second, so I have given the Windows Mobile preference, I know, but I've only got one hand. What do you want me to do? So there we go, we've got the iPhone on the left with its little Apple logo there. Sony Ericsson on the right with obviously the Sony Ericsson logo. We've got a slightly different ROM on the right hand side there to the normal Sony Ericsson build that I've downloaded. But you can see straight away, as much as I'd like to be biased here, the iPhone has won by a sizable majority there. It's already loaded, it's ready to use. Sony Ericsson's loading up HTC TouchFlow here on the right. So several seconds later to boot up the Windows Mobile handset. The first thing, now this is a WVGA screen here on the Sony Ericsson. It's a very high resolution screen, this screen here. And supposedly the iPhone has got a lower resolution screen. Well, it has, not supposedly at all. But my first impressions are that that screen is actually very clear indeed. It looks like they've got some sort of anti-aliasing. I can't even pronounce that. They've got some good fonts. So we've got the App Store straight away. So we've got a store, one click, which is great. We've got very easy to access the phone system here. One button down there, and there's the phone. That is brilliant. That is really good. It's very responsive keypad, I must say. That is very responsive. I'm very impressed by that, I must say. And one thing, and I must point this out to a lot of manufacturers who make Windows Mobile phones, this is straight out of the box, and it's obviously one phone only, and it's specific for the UK. But you see how the number has been formatted into UK style we've got 4 digits, which is usually the area code here, so 0800, then a space. So if I call an area code, a UK area code, like if I call, whoops, I've accidentally dialed something. I'll dial voicemail, I'll press voicemail. I'll press voicemail down there, that's what I've done. So if I, let's call 01523, instantly, and then 800, that is good. See, it's formatted the actual number on the left hand side, the area code, which I'm very impressed by. Okay, so that's the phone system, and I'll press on this button down here, see what it does. Nothing. Let's put a number in and see what it does. Whoa, that's a contact. That's really quite good. So you can see there I've easily added a contact, and the screen, that is so smooth. Wow. That is really very, very smooth indeed. So I'll put a number in, and I've added a contact. Now let's see how to do that on a HTC Touch Flow, just to compare. So if I press a number in, I have to hide my numbers here. Let's just do that off the screen. So 085. Not quite as responsive on the Windows mobile phone there. I put my 0800 number in there, and I've got a save to contacts, which is part of the HTC Touch Flow 3D system. So, but that's not carried over onto every Windows mobile phone, obviously. But so that's pretty similar. I've got favourites, recent calls, contacts, keypad, and voicemail straight away. Now, how do I get back? What do you think? Should we press that? Yeah. So I've just pressed the action key there, and I've gone straight back. That's pretty good. iPod. So that's my iPod tunes. Now, from what I know, you can't just drag MP3s onto here. So I've got a huge collection of MP3s which I've downloaded from reputable places, but I can't play it on this. So that's a bit of a down point. Text messages. Okay, I've got a blank screen. Oh, there we go. Let's see how good this keyboard is. Hello. There. Good grief. Now, I've made a bit of a mistake there. I don't know if you could see. Instead of saying hello there, I've got hello. Hello. But it is. I mean, I am doing it. I don't type with my. Well, I don't write with my left hand, so it's quite responsive indeed. A quick tour while we're here. The phone is very thin. The iPhone, should I say, is very thin. There we go. You can see. It's quite a thin handset, very curvy handset as well. On the back there we've got the iPhone logo and the camera, which I haven't yet tested out. And the volume, ringer, up, down, and that just looks like it's nicely plonks itself on top of whatever you're using, so it doesn't go to a brand new interface when you turn the volume up and down, which is good. Obviously the speaker here and this action button, which just seems to be a clicker and nothing else. Got no buttons there. And that's about it. There's not much to look at on this iPhone. There's the speakers at the bottom. You can just see the 2 speakers and the connection. And on the top we've got the audio plug, a 3.5mm audio plug there, and the power button. And that is it. So obviously this phone is designed really to work just purely by touch, and there is no extra buttons because it really doesn't need them. On the top there we've got O2 3G connection, as you can probably see. Let's go into my photos. That comes up quickly and easily. No photos, please take one. Let's go back, press that. Bang. Let's have a look at my camera. Takes a little while to start up. Whoa, that is good. It's instantly. That is very nice. I must say, that is very smooth. Camera would like to use your current location. So that's great. It's using the GPS to find out where I'm taking photos automatically. That is a fantastic little addition. I like that. So I'll say don't allow at the moment because I'm inside. Let's take a photo. I presume I'll press that. That's come out quite well. Let's take a picture of my Excellent. Well, we'll carry on having a look at the iPhone. Straight away we've gone into the pictures. Whoa, that is really smooth, I must say. On Windows Mobile you can do something similar to this with the HTC Touch Diamond, but I must admit that is very, very smooth, and it's more accurate. You see, sometimes with the Diamond, if you put it down, it doesn't quite know what you're doing and it sort of flicks it, but that is, that is very nice, I must say. So these videos are a bit rough and ready because I literally have never ever used one of these in anger. I've played about with one in the shop, you know, but